Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're re-diving into a topic that's both fascinating and deeply touching, the emotional world of elephants. Did you know that these magnificent giants might have something akin to death rituals? It sounds incredible, but observations from scientists and wildlife experts for decades suggest that elephants experience grief and mourn their dead in complex and profound ways. Stick around as we explore the evidence behind these remarkable behaviors. Let's start with what people have actually seen. Picture this. A herd of elephants comes across the bones of a deceased elephant. What happens next is truly extraordinary. Instead of just walking past, they often stop. They become quiet, almost reverent. They will gently touch the bones with their trunks, sometimes picking up the skull or tusks and passing them around the group. It's not a quick, curious sniff. It's a prolonged, focused interaction. They might stand over the remains for hours, a silent vigil in the vast savanna. This isn't just a one-off observation. It's been documented time and time again, across different elephant populations in both Africa and Asia. It's this consistent, gentle, and solemn behavior that first led researchers to believe they were witnessing a form of mourning. But what about their own herd members? The response to a death within the family is even more intense. When an elephant is dying, the rest of the herd will often gather around, trying to help it stand up with their trunks and bodies. They'll bring it food and water, showing a level of care and empathy that is simply astonishing. And when the elephant finally passes away, the reaction is immediate and heart-wrenching. Family members, especially the matriarch and the deceased's closest relatives, will show clear signs of distress. They might trumpet loudly, cry out, or stand guard over the body for days, protecting it from scavengers. One of the most famous accounts comes from the renowned researcher Dr. Ian Douglas Hamilton. He described watching a matriarch named Eleanor collapse. Another matriarch from a different family, Grace, came to her aid, trying repeatedly to lift her. When Eleanor died, Grace and her herd stood by the body, guarding it. Even after they finally moved on, they would return to visit the site. This behavior suggests more than just instinct. It points to deep social bonds and a genuine sense of loss. They remember their loved ones, and they remember where they fell. So, the big question is, what's going on inside an elephant's mind? To understand this, we need to look at their brains. Elephant brains are massive, weighing around 11 pounds, and are structurally very complex. They have a highly developed hippocampus, the part of the brain associated with memory and emotion. In fact, relative to their body size, their hippocampus is even larger than ours. This is likely why we have the saying, an elephant never forgets. Their incredible memory isn't just for finding water sources or migration routes, it's also for remembering each individual in their complex social network. They remember family, friends, and even enemies. When one of those individuals is gone, their powerful memory means the loss is felt deeply and for a long time. Furthermore, elephants are one of the few species, along with great apes, dolphins, and humans, that are believed to possess self-awareness. They can recognize themselves in a mirror, a classic test for consciousness. This ability to understand oneself as an individual is a key building block for more complex emotions, like empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. When an elephant sees another in distress or witnesses a death, it's possible they are capable of imagining that loss, of feeling a form of empathy that drives their compassionate and mournful behaviors. They aren't just reacting to a situation, they are relating to it on an emotional level. Now, some scientists remain cautious. They argue that we can't be 100% certain that what we're seeing is grief in the human sense. We can't interview an elephant after all. They suggest that some of these behaviors could be driven by intense curiosity or a check for information. For example, touching the tusks of a deceased elephant might be a way of identifying the individual. Is it a relative, a friend, a former rival? This is a valid point, and science demands we consider all possibilities. They could be trying to understand what happened, how the elephant died, perhaps as a way to learn about potential threats in their environment. However, many leading elephant experts believe it's more than just curiosity. The sheer emotional display that accompanies these actions is hard to ignore. The low rumbles, the gentle caresses, the tears that have been observed streaming from their eyes, these all point towards something deeper. Dr. Joyce Poole, who has studied elephants for decades, argues that to deny them these emotions is to ignore a mountain of evidence. She believes their grieving is a vital part of their social fabric, helping the herd process loss and reinforce family bonds during a difficult time. Let us consider the story of a young elephant calf that passed away in Samburu National Reserve in Kenya. The mother carried the body of her deceased calf for days, unwilling to let it go. The rest of the family stayed close, walking slowly with her, offering quiet support. This wasn't about gathering information. This was a mother's grief, a scene that anyone who has experienced loss can understand on a fundamental level. These actions don't seem to offer any immediate survival benefit. In fact, guarding a body or carrying it slows the herd down and exposes them to danger. The most logical explanation is that these behaviors are driven by powerful emotional attachments. These rituals also raise profound questions about our own place in the world. We often see ourselves as the only species capable of complex thought, culture, and emotion. But the elephants challenge that idea. They show us that love, grief, and community are not exclusively human experiences. They are ancient, powerful forces that are shared across the animal kingdom. By studying these elephants, we learn more about the nature of life and death itself. It fosters a sense of connection, a reminder that we share this planet with other intelligent feeling beings who deserve our respect and protection. The tragic reality is that elephants are under constant threat from poaching and habitat loss. Every time an elephant is killed for its tusks, it's not just one life that is lost. A family is shattered. A community is left to grieve. The complex social knowledge passed down through generations is broken. The young elephants who witness these traumatic events are left orphaned and emotionally scarred, and researchers have observed behaviors in these orphans similar to PTSD in humans. Understanding their capacity for grief makes the fight to protect them even more urgent. We aren't just saving a species. We are protecting a culture, a society of intelligent beings who feel loss just as deeply as we do. So, the next time you see an elephant, whether in a documentary or, if you're lucky, in the wild, remember what we've talked about today. You're not just looking at a large animal. You're looking at a being with a rich inner life, a deep capacity for memory and emotion, and a profound connection to its family. They remember their dead, they mourn their loss, and in their quiet, solemn way, they honor them. The evidence strongly suggests that elephants do indeed have death rituals, a testament to their incredible intelligence and emotional depth. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the emotional world of elephants. It's a topic that's both humbling and inspiring. What do you think? Do you believe animals can feel grief? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video interesting, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more deep dives into the wonders of the natural world. It really helps the channel grow. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.